Mushrooms are sometimes an undervalued product in the local market. They are, however, a source of key nutrients for the body as well as a source of income if produced and managed well. Unlike more familiar plants that grow from seed, fruit, and then die back, mushrooms are a fungus with a different life cycle. Most of the living tissue of a mushroom is hidden away underground or in another surface, like a rotting log. This part of the mushroom is known as mycelium, and it is the required ingredient in making mushroom seed, also called mushroom spawn. Kenneth Gidudu, who heads the mushroom unit at the National Farmers Leadership Center, says, while developing the seed, hygiene is a big factor.
My name's Kenneth Gidudu, and I head the mushroom unit at the NFLC. NFLC has several departments, and one of the key departments, the mushroom unit. It's basically for training, one, in mushroom production, and then also as a source of income. We are able to produce the mushroom seed, which is sold to the local farmer, and then the final product, the mushrooms themselves, which are also a major source of income here at the National Farmers Leadership Center. And here, right here where we are, is the mushroom lab, the spawn lab. It's called the spawn lab, where we are able to make the mushroom seed. We are privileged that we are one of the few places in Uganda where the mushroom seed can be made. We have Makerere, we have Kawanda, and then here. And we have the equipments that are far much better, and with that we are able to make quality spawn, quality mushroom seed that can help our farmers out there to produce very good mushrooms for the commercial consumption. So right in the lab we have precautions, and I'll take you through them. One of the things that we emphasize in the lab here is hygiene. As you can see, as I'll take you through the steps, the mushroom seed preparation calls for a high level of hygiene. And as you can see right here, we have a clean bench where most of the activities of the seed production are performed under aseptic and sterile conditions. So first step, once you get here, you have to disinfect your hands with ethanol. This is 70% ethanol, and it is very important. Even the working surfaces, the floor, once in a while we sterilize them with ethanol. And then the surface, I think I'll just take you, this is the clean bench where the first step is handled. And as I told you, before we do anything, you first sterilize the working surface. Usually, for the sterilization of this surface, we use a flame that we use to sterilize our working surface. So before I do anything else, I sterilize the working surface with a flame so I can eliminate all the contaminants or pathogens that can bring problem in the spawn production. Because once anyone messes up at this step, then the seed will be of bad quality, and therefore the mushrooms will not grow. So where a farmer gets their spawn, the producer must be very, very careful in the processes of producing the mushroom spawn. And so I'm able to clean the working surface, and I leave it for a while. And then those are the samples I use to make the mushroom seed. Having made the mushroom seed from this condition, it is kept in the low temperature incubator. It's kept there for 14 days, a tune of 14 days, and then it is able to be used as ready mushroom seed.
Gidudu says mushroom spawn is any mixture of local available nutrients depending on what a farmer has. This material is what is used to make a garden where mushrooms are grown. After spending 21 days in the dark room, the garden is ready to be transferred to the growing room and then the watering process continues.
Subject them to high pressure and high temperatures of heat for a period of 1 hour. Having sterilized them here, then we are able to cool them and then plant our mushroom seed, which is kept in the incubator. After 21 days in the dark room, the garden where you planted the mushroom seed becomes white. It becomes white. For the case of a farmer that uses black Cavera, the garden will begin to sound like jackfruit. And then at that point, you know it is ready. The garden you see right here has been there 21 days, and you can see it is all white, meaning it is ready. This one is halfway ready. So it has about 5 days or another week to get ready also. So at this level, then a garden can be able to be transferred to a growing room. At this point, we are going to make punctures all around, and then when we begin watering, the mushrooms will begin to come out automatically.
Starting a mushroom farming business is easy to handle. Since it is purely done indoors, it creates employment opportunities to many, especially housewives. It is a simple process, and it doesn't require a lot of expertise and intensive care, leaving a lot of time for one to concentrate on other activities. It needs a very little space and can even be grown in your own backyard or a store.
Sounds like jackfruit, then it's ready. It doesn't.
Don't miss out on our next episode of mushroom farming. It will focus so much on the low-cost farming of mushrooms. To note is that the agriculture segment happens every Wednesday and Saturday in Record News, only on Record Television.